أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Today we are learning something very useful in Arabic grammar, that is how the word anna can turn a whole sentence into one noun-like idea. That is, we call it masdar in Arabic. We have learned about huruf nasab wa ismuha. We have learned that there are 8 types of harf of nasab that are inna, anna, ka anna, layta, lakinna, la'alla, bi anna, li anna. Or we can simply say there are 6 main types: inna, anna, ka anna, layta, lakinna, la'alla. We learn about them that they are harf of nasab, and also we learn about their isms. We learn that it is kind of a fragment, that we learn many types of fragment in our basic nahu, and harf of nasab wa ismuha is one of them. So we know that in harf of nasab, this fragment we have the first part, that is the harf of nasab, and the second part will be a noun that will be in the state of nasab. It will be the mansoob, and we are going to call it the mansoob state, and we are going to call it the ism of the harf of nasab. So this was the fragment. We also learned that unlike jar or majrur fragment, that we learn about jar or majrur fragment that they are always together. But for harf of nasab and its ism, they can be apart. Like we can expect a shibu jumla. We know that a shibu jumla can be a zar fragment. That will be the dafa, and also we have that um, jar or majrur fragment that can come between the harf of nasab and its ism. So we can expect this shibu jumla between harf of nasab and its ism. That is quite different from jar or majrur, which are always together. Also, a harf of nasab can never be alone. It will always have an ism. So what is the purpose of writing this statement or saying this statement? Because we know that we cannot see a harf of nasab and it will always have a ism, because we know that there is a distance between them. We can expect something between a harf of nasab and its ism. So this was the basic thing about harf of nasab and their ism. See the examples here. Inna rabbaka alimun hakim. Inna Allah alimun hakimun. Anna lahum ajran kabira. Ka'annaka hafiyun anha. So here we see simple harf of nasab and its ism, and then we have the khabar of inna with its ism, and the khabar of inna, and then we have this anna because it's one of the harf of nasab. Now you can see here a jar majur fragment, that's a shibu jumla between uh, this here it's khabar. Anna lahum ajran kabira. So we have the isim of anna here, and between them we can see a shibu jumla. Also here, ka'annaka hafiyun anha. This is also an example from this harf of nasab and its ism. These were all the simple, that were a simple function of harf of nasab and its ism, that what a harf of nasab do, can these all huruf can do, like they can change the grammatical role of like different types in a sentence. Like you see in a jumla ismiya, we see the mubtada and khabar, the grammatical rule has been changed if a harf of nasab enters a jumla ismiya. So here the mubtada and khabar will have a different grammatical rule. Now they will be the ism of inna and the khabar of inna. But now, as we are progressing in our Arabic grammar, we now have learned that huruf of nasab are more than just huruf of nasab. They are huruf nasikha because they do the nasakh of the mubtada and khabar in the sentence. Like why they are called the huruf of nasikha? Because they mansukh, they cancel out the grammatical role the mubtada and khabar were playing. Like they were mubtada, the words that they were mubtada and khabar, now that rule is cancelled now, and because of that cancellation, because harf of nasab has now entered the jumla, they are now ism of inna and the khabar of inna, or whatever the harf of nasab has used in the sentence. So that is why they are called the huruf nasikha, because they cancel out the grammatical role that the Mubtada and Khabar were previously playing. So then we also learned about Huruf Mushabba bil Fail. Inshallah, we are going to again have a very quick revision for Huruf Mushabba bil Fail as well in some other session. So these are two other roles that Huruf Nasaba play. They are called Huruf Nasaha because they cancel out the grammatical role the any ism was playing in the sentence, and again they can be they are called as huruf mushabba bil fail because they are similar to a fail. So these are all huruf nasiba. Inna, anna, ka anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. These are also called as inna wa akhwatuha, and they are also huruf nasikha. They are also called huruf mushabba bil fail. So whenever you see a different term like huruf nasikha, you know that they are inna wa akhwatuha. If you are like if you see huruf mushabba bil fail anywhere in the Arabic text, you know that again they are inna wa akhwatuha. Inna, anna, ka anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. So inna means indeed, or that means no doubt. Anna means that. Ka anna means as though. Lakinna is however. Layta is if only. La'alla means hopefully, maybe, or so that. Also, we learn about huruf masdariya. So that is anna, ma, law, kai. These are all huruf masdariya. Why they are called huruf masdariya? We have also learned in Masdar Muawwal session that they are like with a fi'l mudari. These huruf masdariya create a phrase, and that can be that is interchangeable with an ism, with a masdar, and that is why we call them huruf masdariya. So that phrase is equals to a masdar. And we can notice that anna, that is huruf of nasab. This is a harf of nasikha, or huruf, one of the huruf mushabba bil fail. It is also playing a role of harf of masdariya. So let's learn about it, that how anna can be a harf of masdariya. So we have a simple jumla ismiya that cannot act like one single noun. We know that. Like he's a student. In Arabic, we can say that huwa talibun. Huwa talibun. It's a simple jumla ismiya. We have a khabar. We have mubtada and khabar. Huwa is our mubtada and talibun is our khabar. So huwa talibun. So it is our jumla ismiya. So this jumla ismiya cannot act like a, one single noun, like it cannot be a maf'ul bihi, and it cannot be a file, like it should be and it is a jumla ismiya which has a mubtada, which has a khabar. So this is just complete sentence. You cannot put it as a maf'ul bihi, or like any other role like file or anything. But so what is this anna doing? What does Anna do? So here, Anna can turn a full Jumla Ismiya into one noun-like unit, a masdar, that can take any role in the sentence. Like when we add Anna before a sentence, it just wraps the whole sentence and turns it into one single unit that looks like a noun block, a complete noun block. We can call this jumla as jumla mu'awwala, a clause that is acting like an ism. So this anna can turn a jumla ismiya into one masdar, and this whole jumla can act like a maf'ul bihi. It can be a mubtada, it can be mudaf ilayhi, ism majroor, anything in the sentence. See this you can say that now it can sit anywhere normal noun sits. So here you can see this example. وَيَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ. So أَنَّهُمْ مُهْتَدُونَ, it was hum muhtadun was or jumla ismiya, but with the addition of annahum muhtadun, like it is giving the answer to what do they think. Sabuna, they think. What do they think? So this whole jumla annahum muhtadun, you can put the brackets there is an invisible bracket here. You can imagine. So this unna can turn annahum muhtadun, acting like a maful bihi. So we have, they think that they are guided. So they think that they are guided is now giving you the function of maful bihi. So this is how anna works as a harf of masdar, because now this is working as a one single word, that is a maful bihi, and that is a detail. Now let's see here. تبين له أنه عدو. So it became apparent to him that he was an enemy. So how you're going to put the era for this? تبين, we know that this فعل ماضي مبني على الفتح. We have له or له. We have this is jar majrur متعلق ب تبين. We know that when a jar majrur is present with jumla فعلية, it is متعلق بالفعل. So له is or لهم, it is متعلق to تبين. We have then أنه عدو. أنه عدو, we have this حرف of توكيد بمشابه الفعل. We know that أن is for توكيد, and also it is حرف مشابه بالفعل. And then we have who or whom as the ميم مبني في محل نسب اسم of أن. And also أنه عدو is acting like a masdar mu'awwal, because now as Anna has entered the jumla, this jumla ismiya that was huwa aduvun, now it becomes annahu aduvun. Now this annahu aduvun is playing the role of the masdar mu'awwal, and it is fi mahli rafa file. So that he was an enemy, this thing was clear to him. So this whole thing becomes the file of the bayana. So we have this file madi, and the file is annahu aduvun. So here it is fi mahalli rafa file tabayyana, because this was one word, one masdar, and that played the role for that one word that was the file for tabayyana. So this is fi mahalli rafa file. We know that we use fi mahalli rafa or fi mahalli nasab when we expect something in the place of the file or marfu, and but we see a whole new thing, like here this is whole fragment that is playing the role of the file for the bayana. So it is fi mahalli rafa file. So these are the things that we learned about anna, that was acting like when it entered into a sentence, the whole phrase acted like a single noun. Like this, Anna turned a full jumla ismiya into one noun-like unit, and the sentence after Anna is called jumla muawwala, a clause that is acting like an SM. Also, this transformed clause can now fill you know, it can fill positions that normally taken by a single noun. It can be a file, it can be maful bihi, it can be anything in the sentence. It can act like a maful bihi, like mudaf ilayhi, majroor, anything like this. So this whole clause now is acting as, or it can be labeled as a jumla muawwala fi mahalli. You can see fi mahalli rafa, or it can be في محل مفعول به, like here it was في محل مفعول به, because ويحسبون أنهم مهتدون, we expect مفعول به here. So this whole clause is now acting as الجملة معولة في محل مفعول به. So this was just the basic for the masdar muawwal that we have been learning, and it is just that These harf of Masdariya, any word or harf from these can act as harf of Masdariya, which can turn a simple jumla into Masdar Muawwal, a jumla muawwala, which can take any place in the sentence. It can be a file, it can be a maful bihi, it can be a mudaf ilayhi fragment or anything like that. So, Alhamdulillah, this is another role of Anna that we just learned. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.